ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಯೂಸರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಟೆರಾಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಹಾ, ಅದು T2 ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು MG ಅಂತ ಇದು. ಅದೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ.
ಹೌದೌದೌದು. T3 ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ T3 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡು ಸೊ ದಟ್ ನಿಂಗೆ ಇದು
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಹಾಕಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡು, ಒಂದು ಜೋಶ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದ್ರ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಕೀ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದೇ AWS ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಅದನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಸೂಪರ್.
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ I get a public IP here.
Convenience.
Okay, let's start. User AWS key. So in AWS config, so the access ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Okay.
ID ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು
ಸೂಪರ್.
ಮುಂಬೈ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಇದಷ್ಟ. Now we will go to one folder create ಸಂಪತ್ ಅಂತ. Then we'll go to VPNP. Then go to instances. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ Terraform ಇದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಮುಂಬೈಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಂಗಾಪುರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. It's okay. Okay. Episode 1. Okay. Jenkins master. Episode Jenkins worker.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಕೋಡ್?
ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Absolutely no problem.
T2 ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಇದೆ.
ಸೂಪರ್ ಗುರು. ಯಾರು VPC ಸಬ್ನೆಟ್ ಯಾರು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ್ರೆ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ VPC ಇದೆ.
ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ,
ಪ್ರೊವೈಡರ್
ಸೂಪರ್.
2 ರೀಜನ್ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ VPC ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ,
VPC ಸೈಡರ್.
ಸರಿ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು VPC ಸೌತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ 1.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದು ಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ 2 VPC ಸೈಡರ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್.
ಹೌದೌದು. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸಬ್ನೆಟ್ಗಳು, VPC ಅದೇ VPCಗಳು ಸಬ್ನೆಟ್ಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
ಈಗ ರೌಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ. Okay, route table ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು? What do we need route table?
Route table, you mention the route, whether where you want to go, source and destination.
Correct. So if there's a traffic comes to this network interface, it should know.
ನಾನು route table create ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ manually.
Okay.
ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Super. Super.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ actually public to private manual route table ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ create ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay, done.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸಬ್ನೆಟ್. ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಗೇಟ್ವೇ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ರೌಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಬ್ನೆಟ್.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಓಕೆ, ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು AWS ಹೋಗಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಮುಂಬೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು
VPC.
ಅದೇ ಮುಂಬೈಲಿ ಬರೀ 2 ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. And if you go to VPC, the Mumbai VPC open ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಂಗಾಪುರ್ VPC ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. AP North East. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂಬೈ VPC ಇದೆ. We'll delete all this. First we'll say Terraform destroy if at all it is there. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಇದೆ, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ
ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಬೇಡವಾ? We should use default VPC or we should not use default VPC?
No, you should not use.
Why?
For production. For testing you can use for yourself, for personal use, but for production you are not supposed to use default. Why? But if you harden it you can use. I don't know.
Okay, so default VPCs are very prone to very easy to guess. They're the most known network, because if I want to actually ನಾನು ಒಂದು small script bar target ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I can probably target anything and everything whoever uses default. So it is easy to guess and highly vulnerable. That's why we don't use it. Okay.
We are not supposed to use it.
Okay.
So ಇದು master VPC Jenkins ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. I'll try to remove this guy. ಇದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ರೌಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ನಾನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ರೌಟ್ ಪೀರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡು. ಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಐಡಿ ಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡು.
ಬೆಟರ್.
ಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಈ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಪಿಯರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ರೌಟ್ ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್.
Yes. This will ask actually delete related route table entries. First option. Yes, correct. And delete. Yeah. So it will delete all the related route table entries as well. Perfect.
So you go to VPCs and illinda delete ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Terraform. It will go and check like what is the status, and it will enter destroy. So okay, it says one is destroyed. Somewhere you will see plus sign here.
Correct.
That will be destroyed.
Minus is destroy ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಮೈನಸ್ ಹೌದು. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್, ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್. ಅದು PPC ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ.
So if you come here, yeah, that's gone.
Perfect. Okay.
ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಕಾರ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅದು ಐತೆ. ಅದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಕಾರ್ಪೆಂಟ್. Here we don't have any VPC.
Okay.
Okay, we'll proceed and we'll create a VPC. You can also do validate to check whether your code is okay. Perfect. So validation is there.
Correct.
Terraform
syntactic checking.
Apply. So you can see all plus here.
Yeah. How long this will take? Jyotish?
Huh?
ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? How long this will take?
This will take, this won't take much time.
Perfect. Okay, this is done. Okay.
But cluster is that's going to take some 10 minutes.
Correct. Yes.
EKS. So here you can see this education VPC, this master VPC has come up. So if you go here for the instances, you will get to see one more private instance. And I'll try to see whether, you can see there is no public IP.
Private IP, that is.
I'll try to ping this guy. So I cannot ping. I'll try to do SSH.
No, it is still was getting in.
Can't do.
Okay.
So what I'll do now?
Okay.
Even in the here also we can see there will be one more VPC.
Correct.
So that is okay. So I'll go here now. So I'll go to this default VPC. This cider. So I'll go to the peering connections. This is deleted. Okay, I'll create like local peering one. Sorry. Create like Sampath peer. And then to peer with Master Jenkins.
So which is the requester? Who is the acceptor?
ಹೌದು. ನಾವು ಈಗ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅದು.
Correct.
Master Jenkins. So here comes the acceptor, and
is it in the same region, Mumbai, or it's in the different region?
No, this is local peering. I'm creating because I want to ping. I want to access this private instance from the public instance.
Okay, got it. You want to access? One second. What do you want to do?
From public to private.
Public to private. Okay. So
that instance I need to access.
They are in different VPCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the same region, they are in different VPC. Okay. One is
fine.
The instance that I'm running is a private VPC, so public VPC.
Got it.
The one which is created is private.
Got it.
So I created this VPC peer.
Let's go to peering and accept it. Peering connection. Yeah. Accept it.
So I'm accepting the request from here. Okay, this peer is active now. Okay. So we'll go to route tables. So there is no route. We'll Master Jenkins. This guy has the main route table. So here we will edit. So this peer already, which is already created, you can see PSX now. That is cross VPC peer.
Okay. Oh, that's so automatically created by Terraform. That's automatically created.
Yeah, Terraform. Okay. Yes.
Perfect.
So I'll take the VPC default VPC header. So which VPC it is? So the destination will be. Okay. Then I'll make like local Sampath peer. Sorry. Peer. Sampath peer. Okay, we'll go here also. Intro table. So you can see internet gateway, that is the public guy. So we have created route between this private and public instance. We'll try to, by default, ping will be disabled, ICMP. So we'll try to do SSH. See, I'm able to do SSH because I was not able to do. So now the private instance. Okay.
Okay.
So now we will try to access a guy who is sitting in Singapore. EC2. This guy is private IP is this. We'll try to ping. Maybe I've enabled this. Yeah. So you're able to ping that guy.
Perfect.
From Mumbai to. Okay.
Okay.
So this is like cross VPC peering that is done. So we will destroy it.
Yeah.
So we'll exit from here. Terraform destroy.
What are you trying to destroy?
ಇದು VPC.
Okay.
ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿತಲ್ಲ?
ಹೌದು. Okay.
You want to check anything else?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಏನಾದ್ರು
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. No worries.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw that. That's okay.
Okay, ಇದನ್ನ delete ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. And then we'll duplicate and can go and create a cluster. ಈ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ದು ಹಾರಿಜೆಂಟಲ್ ಪಾಡ್ ಆಟೋ ಸ್ಕೇಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಟೋ ಸ್ಕೇಲು ಕಾರ್ಪೆಂಟರ್ ಏನೋ ಎರರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸುಮಾರದು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಕಾರ್ಪೆಂಟರ್ ಎರರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಟೋ ಸ್ಕೇಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು.
ಆ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನರ್ದು ಡೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನೋ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಎರರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ತೋರ್ಸು.
ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು Sampath, then Terraform deployments. ಅದೇ ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಟೋ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್, ಕ್ಲಸ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅದು ಎರಡು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು. ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. So we don't have cluster now. Let me go to EKS and see. I'm going to create a cluster with 2 nodes. Here we can see QCD. Get nodes. So you don't see anything here. So there is nothing here. We'll start creating Terraform. First, let me show you what is here. So we have EKS cluster, this Kubernetes TF for cluster will show only little information about the cluster. So you can see T2, we have a cluster instance called T2 Medium.
Right.
That auto scaling group, that is anyway, we are not, that's not working.
That's okay. That's not a problem. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, and we have for VPC, we have VPC and versions, then variables, then this Kubernetes. Okay, we'll do Terra for a minute. Done right. So it's going to create this Terraform learning. This one. So here, what I've done, I've installed Jenkins here. Still destroying because of that, because the local peering is. When I the VPC full destroy, I'm just going to stop this.
Okay.
So we will remove all these images. First, sudo docker. I have Jenkins here. So which is exited. We'll start this guy. Sudo docker. Okay, I will remove all these images by the time that guy comes up. Sudo remove. ಇದು ECR ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ docker image will create docker image by the time cluster comes up. Okay, then ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ actually. Okay, so this PHP, Python, and Jenkins, only 3 are there now. Okay, now we'll go and create. Let's see what is the status of cluster. It's still creating. Okay, so we have something called getting started here. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ JSON application.
Okay.
So here, okay, we have a Docker file here.
Yes,
that's going to create that's going to Dockerize this application.
Okay.
So we'll see Docker images.
Sudo.
We'll remove this Python also so that we will not have any problem. Sudo Docker RMI from here. Python and PHP also we will remove. Okay.
Super.
So we have only Jenkins now. And I'm going to do Docker build now. Before we'll go and see for ECR. Elastic Container Registry. So here nothing is there. No images yet. Build. First we'll try to create the ECR. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇದು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ actually build command ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. So we'll try to build that way.
Correct.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we'll miss out something. Where are we now? Okay.
Docker build, Docker tag, Docker build.
ಹೌದು.
Docker push.
Docker build, Docker tag, Docker push ಬರುತ್ತೆ. But ಅದು ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So here we have this image repo which is going to create a repository. Okay. So let's see what is there. So it's going to create a repository called demo repo. Okay, we'll do Terraform. Terraform apply. This won't take much time. So is there any refresh here? So we got this guy repo here. So we can see the push commands.
Correct.
So we can copy this guy actually. We can also log in using this guy.
Right.
Authenticate. So I need to put sudo with the Docker guy. Login. So we will build this guy. So we'll go into application folder.
Yes.
So we have the Docker file and the application here. So we'll build this guy. So it's going to build this directory. So sudo ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ 10 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ
10 ಗಂಟೆಗಿದೆ. ನೀನ್ ಒಂದ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದ್ 7 minutes ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಖ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ರೆಡಿ. ನೀನ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡು. ಐ ಲೀವ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು
Okay.
ನಿನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡು, ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ರಿವೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ?
Sure.
Complete in the same flow what you wanted to explain. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma. Okay. I'll leave the session as is. Bye. You speak, okay, as if I'm there, and then you continue.
Okay,
you explain and you continue. Okay. Bye.
Sure. So now we got Docker images. Sudo Docker images. So we got new image, and we are going to push that image into the repository that we created using Terraform. So this tag, we're going to push the image now. Let's check whether we have cluster ready. Yeah, cluster is ready. So now cluster is ready now. Once the cluster is provisioned, we'll have to run this command to get access to the cluster. Then this command should work. So we have one node. So we can see kubectl. Okay, pods, there is no pods running. And kubectl get pods -. All namespaces. So this will give you the by default default pods which will be running when you create a cluster. So once we get the access, we will install metric server as well. So this is by the cluster. Now we will go for horizontal pod. So we have a Docker file and index.php application. So it's going to create a Docker PHP Docker image. So let's build it. So we can get this URL running here so that we can easily for what is going on. So we have this PHP application, the Docker file that we are going to build, and we are going to deploy this Docker as a container. Before that, we will try to deploy our image we already created and that we have uploaded into ECR. Go to ECR now. I have a service. Okay. So that we are going to deploy now. So we have this image, sudo docker images. So we have this latest, we have this image created and we have tagged it with the ECR ID. And we have pushed it to the ECR that we can also see in the ECR. So this is the repository and we have this latest image. It is just now pushed. So we are going to deploy this image here. So it is going to be latest. The tag will be like latest. I don't know the name. Let me see whether I get the same name. Escape insert. So it is going to be the same ID. Only the difference is the tag. So we'll only edit the tag. Keep open latest. So it's going to bring down this latest guy here and deploy it as a container on the Kubernetes. We'll see kubectl get pods. So we don't have any pods running in the default namespace. And we can also see get services. We are going to create a new service. There is only default Kubernetes services with cluster IP service. So we'll also see get deployments. So there is no deployment as well. So we'll do one thing now. So kubectl apply -f deploy. So we got the pod created now. So the pod is running and we have 2 replicas of the pod, which is going to be running. So it is still creating. So it's running now. So we'll create the service, we'll deploy the service for this to be accessed over the internet. We'll see what is there in the service file. So it's going to create a service with the name sample service, and it is going to be load balancer, and the port will be like 8080, and internally the target port will be like 3000, and the node port is 31201. That is some default range is there, that is 31,000 range. So let's go and deploy this service. kubectl deploy kubectl apply -f deploy the service. The service is created. We'll go and see services now. So the service is up. ಹೇಳು ಏನು ಸಮಾಚಾರ? Office ಇಲ್ಲ. So you see the application is up and running. Load balancer will take some time to spin up, and now it has got spinned up. So now we can see the application which is working. I'm accessing this application over internet. So now we have done this deploying the latest application onto the Kubernetes. Now we'll go for horizontal pod scaling. So now we'll go to horizontal pod scaling. We'll scale the pods horizontally. LS Sampath DevOps Kubernetes. Yeah, where is the horizontal pod scaler? Where it is? Maybe it is in AWS. Yes, HPA. So where is the, so it's going to get the PHP image. This is a container that we are going to deploy. Better, I will show what I'm going to do from here. So let's try to build an image of an application once again. So this is the application. Let me copy this application, a simple application to demonstrate horizontal pod scaler. So we are in horizontal pod scaler VI. So we'll name it as index.php. Escape. So we have this sample application that is going to say echo okay. And we will do Docker file. We'll create a Docker file to containerize this small application. That will be, the base image will be PHP Apache, and it's going to copy this index.php into the a default folder, web folder of that PHP Apache, and it's going to change the permission of that PHP page. So we'll build this Docker. So sudo Docker build dot. So let's see what are the images we have. Sudo Docker images. So we have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. We don't have a PHP image, so that we are going to create a PHP image here now. So let me build that image. So the image is built now. So you can see this PHP Apache image. So we'll deploy this image now. So there is a code here to deploy the pod as well as the service. To access, we will deploy this directly. Or yeah, this is the command to apply it directly. from the web. So we have one deployment one pod created as well as service created. So we can see kubectl get pods and get services. So we have one container, we created PHP container, and we have one PHP Apache service as well, using the default cluster IP as a service. Let's see if the pod is ready. Okay, the pod is ready. So now we will create one more deployment called auto scale. To scale this, to limit, we are going to create auto scale deployment, which is going to create one, which is going to scale in case if the current pod reaches 50% of CPU usage. So minimum will be 1 and the maximum is going to be 10. It's going to attempt to create 10 more pods in case if the existing pods CPU usage is more than 50%. So we have got this created and we can even see what it is looking like. So so you can see on here, for this need to install metric server. So we can try installing metric server and let's see what's going to create. We'll apply this is the metric server YAML files which we are going to apply. kubectl all. It will take little time to bring it up. So we'll see whether we are able to see the metrics. It will take some time for this metric to be populated. Okay, by the time we can kubectl get pods, we can grab so that we only get to see our PHP. So we have one pod running now. We'll demonstrate how this HPA is going to scale our number of pods when we are going to put more load on this. So let us increase the load now. And the more command called watch that also we can use. So we will increase the load now. So this is going to create load on our PHP application. So we will see now. Can use this kubectl watch as well. So it is picked actually. This percentage, our metric server is working. So you can see replicas is 1. So it will start increasing now. You can have these reports, still only one. Okay. Only one pod is running. So we'll only do PHP. So you can see it start creating. So we'll watch it out, what is happening. So the load is increased and you can see the replicas are also increased. So we are running 4 pods now. So this guy is still calculating the load. And we have reached 224. So you can see a fifth replica has come up that you can see from here. So we have created only one pod. So now we have 4 pods which are going to share the load of our PHP app. Let's watch out what's happening. So now the load is balanced now. It has come down to 62%. And we are still generating the load. So it has come down to 59%. Since we have more replicas, it's able to manage. So we have now 6 replicas running. That is 6 parts running. So you can see the 6 replicas here. So that's it. That is the horizontal pod scaling. You can see it's a scale out. So we will stop this guy. So it is terminated. So even this will drop and it will take some time to some of these replicas which are not required, and it will come down to 1 since there won't be any load. So now this is horizontal. You can see the load has come down. So here also you can see get HPA. Here you can see the load has come down. So it's going to bring down the replicas as well within some time. So that is for horizontal pod scaling. So now we'll go to our DevOps CICD. So now till now we have completed the IAM and cross region VPC peering and talking to private instance. And we completed creating a image from the Docker file of an application, and we have created ECR repository using Terraform, and we have tagged and pushed our created image into the repository, and we have on Kubernetes we deployed a pod based on that application. That is there is our application. Yeah. So this is the application, and we change. It was initially add item sample. Now we changed that application, modified the application to include Jyotish. Then we deployed the newer version of that application. So that has come up. And finally, we completed this horizontal pod scaling exercise. So now we will go to CICD. CICD, I think we have our Jenkins node running. Sudo docker ps-a. So we have our Jenkins running, and this guy is listening on 8080. And the IP of our public instances. I can close this guy horizontal. the private instance. Okay, we'll go back to our, this is actually Singapore. Close this guy. Light sail. So we'll go to EC2. We'll get the DNS of our public instance. So this education.ekS is our cluster and cluster node, cluster worker node. So we'll get the public DNS of our guy and we'll go for our Jenkins. I've already installed Jenkins because it's going to take time to install and install all the plugins required. So let us log in. So let's say never. We have 2 jobs, okay, that I'm going to disable it first. So we can disable, better I will change this CI job so that it's not going to pick our thing. This I used for testing. So we will remove this guy git and say apply, or we'll say none, apply and save. So let me go to GitHub and show you what I have. The project, the application that we are going to test. Let me sign in. That is, okay. We have GitHub here and I have a project called Hello World DevOps. I have a project called Hello World 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this URL and let me show you. This is an application which is going to display what is there in the index.php. Hello Sampath, welcome to DevOps CICD. This is the application that we have right now. If you deploy this application, it's going to show this one. So we'll deploy and see what's going to happen using CICD. Still, we have not created anything. We have not deployed anything. So let me go to the Docker Hub as well. We will containerize this application and we will upload that in the Docker Hub and we will deploy it on the Kubernetes cluster. And Docker Hub. How to get rid of this guy? Docker Hub, please load fast. So So we will sign in. So in the Docker Hub, let's see what I have. So this sample DevOps image, it is being downloaded like 14 times. Okay, 5 days ago I have tested. This is now, you can see the 5 days ago. So once we start a CI job and CD job, it is going to update it. So let's go and configure CI job, CD job from our Jenkins. I want to show you before that what I have as Ansible scripts. So go to Sampath, go to DevOps, Kubernetes. So I have Q deploy, YAML, Nginx, then Galaxy service. And we have, if you go to Docker, sorry, if you go to Ansible's, if I go to image, so here I have a Docker file. This is going to create a Docker file out of the artifact which is being deployed here from CICD job from the Jenkins. That will be like web.wap. So let me get it. So it is going to from the base image will be Tomcat and the maintainer is Jyotish. It's going to copy this artifacts received from Jenkins server and it's going to put it in Tomcat web apps. Okay. So first, the moment there is a change in our application code and we commit, our CD job is going to create, CI job is going to create this web app.var and it's going to put that here. Okay, you can see 5 days back on April 3, I have created. I have run this CI/CD job. And this Docker file will create image out of this guy. Okay. And once that is created image, you can see Docker, sudo Docker images. Okay, so we will see a sample image here. As of now, it is not there. Okay. So this Kubernetes Galaxy deployment, this is going to deploy. It's going to deploy our Galaxy deploy. So that is going. This is going to deploy the image which we have created, and it's going to do the rollout for newer version of that application. Suppose if we change something and if we say commit, it's going to delete the existing image and it's going to existing Docker image, container image, then it's going to deploy the new image. Okay, well, let's see what is there in Galaxy deployment. Here we have this selector as application DevOps project. Then we have this rolling update strategy and the container this, and this is the image that we are going to download from our Docker Hub. I don't know whether we have access to Docker Hub now. Docker hub, we'll see login, we'll see Docker login, username, permission denied, sudo docker login. Okay, login is succeeded. So this server has access to the Docker Hub to pull the image and push the image. So basically, we have Jenkins server running. Sudo docker ps-a, okay, and have Ansible running here, okay. And we have Kubernetes running here. kubectl get Kubernetes are being accessed from here. So we don't have anything called, okay, now it has scaled down. The sample deployment is there, better I'll remove this guy as well. This we used before for that application, but let it running, that's not an issue. This is going to be like DevOps project. Okay, so now we have everything set. We'll go and configure a new CICD job. So I'm going to the Jenkins server. To get rid of this thing. Okay. We'll create a new Sampath. Now you create. So let's go to Sampath. Shit. Okay. We'll create a new job. Josh. We'll say list view. Okay, inside the Josh. We won't select anything. We'll say CICD project for Sampath. We'll say apply. Okay. So we'll create a job here and Josh. So we'll put like CI-Josh. So this project is actually this hello world project is a Maven project. So I'm going to use it as Maven project. Okay, let's proceed. Here we'll mention like CI Josh. Then we will mention the Git repository from where it is going to pull the application. Then it's going, this is actually the public guy. So you can see it is a public image, so credentials are not required. So we'll put poll ACM and we'll put the schedule as star. That means every minute it's going to poll, or we can put this later, this schedule. Once we have all the project, because before we create our CD job, it is going to pull that image and it's going to create a new one. So we don't do that now. Once we have CD job, we'll proceed. Then goals and options. What is this called? Install clean package. Something is there. You'll see some configurations we can get from the existing CI job. So Polisium, yeah, clean install package. Clean install package. This pom.xml is there with the application that we are going to mention. And post steps. So in the post build steps, we are going to select what we are going to do after the post. So here there are options: run only if build succeeds. We'll say that one. Or even we can run this way. We better will choose even only when the build succeeds. Then post build step will. So once built, it is going to create that var file, that is artifact file, and we are going to put that artifact file into send files or execute commands or SSH. So I have configured this server, already added this server before. And we'll say the source files will be like can copy and paste this guy from here. Whatever that artifact file which will be there in web app in the Jenkins container web app folder, that we are going to pick and put it there. So we can remove this prefix. And the remote directory will be our image. Okay. So this is the remote directory pwd. So image. This is the remote directory it's going to save. It's going to send our artifacts over SSH. So as of now, it is April 3. So I need to execute the command to create a Docker image. So create sample dev image. I'll show that script. YAML file for creating Docker image. So here so what it's going to do, it's going to build the image on the same directory. It's going to build the image, okay, in the image directory. then it's going to tag, then it's going to push into Docker Hub, then it will remove the old image. So that is that. And I think that's it for the job. See the little CD job post build steps. So if you want to add one more post build, you can add it here. So now for now we are going to just put CD job and post build. Then later we'll have CD job as well. We'll create one more job. Put it as Josh CD. Create. Put it as CD for Sampath. Apply. Okay. So we'll create a new job here. So we'll put it like Josh CD. Before we created, I think Josh CI. Okay, we'll check this as a, let me see before what name we gave. It should be like, okay, CI Josh. It was CI Josh. I'll put this like CD Josh. Josh freestyle project, because we are not going to get any, we are not going to build anything. So here we can directly go to the post build actions, send artifacts over SSH, and we can copy the existing CD job. I'm copying here so that we can save our time. We just have to copy these two XML files, these two YAML files. So in the remote directory, we are just executing this Ansible scripts in this. So we will mention it as Sampath CD. Apply, save. So we'll come back here, kubectl get services. So we have only 3 services. Now it's going to create a new services and new pod for our application. Okay, let's go and start this. Let me go and edit the CI Josh to oh, why did I touch it? Configure. I clicked on build accidentally. Maybe it's going to build. So in the post build actions, we are going to add one more. One more build. That will put it as run another CD job. Deploy artifacts, build other projects. In the build other projects, we will mention our CD Josh. Save, apply. Oh, we need to also configure the schedule. Poll ACM. So it's going to poll every minute. This is like cron job. Okay. I think there was a build job because what it is doing. Okay. So since our CD job was not there, so it is already built actually. Accidentally I clicked. So we'll now do it once again. So we'll say build now. Let's see what it's going to do. It's trying to connect with Cube server. Maybe the Cube server. It's not able to connect to Cube server. So it has built this artifact and it has to send this artifact over SSH to the Cube server. That is our Kubernetes node. Let's see what it's going to do. If this is failing, then we need to see what is happening with the Cube server. We need to test the connection. Hope we have this. So we have CI Josh and CD Josh. CI Josh is running now. I think something wrong is okay. Connecting from host, failed to connect, initialize SSH connection. Queue config server message. timed out. Build result is unstable. Okay, it's not able to connect. We'll see what is the problem with the kube server. First, let us see in the CI Josh configure. It is the kube server remote directory. Okay. Back in the CD Josh. Configure. Here I have selected kube server. That's okay. We'll go and see what is wrong with our server. See, manage Jenkins. Then we'll go to configure systems. Okay, servers. Here, what is wrong? Why this server is not added? Okay, kube server is there. We'll see what is the problem with this guy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Namaskar, Dasari Pavio. ആൾക്കാരെ വർക്ക് ഇല്ല സംസാരം പറഞ്ഞില്ലല്ലോ
EC2 instance.
നാളെ പ്രശ്നം അറിയോ ഇത് റംസാൻ മാസമായിട്ട്
This is the DNS.
എങ്ങനെ ടൈമിങ് അറിയോ റംസാൻ മാസം ടൈം അറിയാലോ എനിക്ക്
Include here.
റംസാൻ മാസത്തിൽ
Control F, Control V.
അവിടെ 6 മണിക്കൂർ കൂടുതൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യില്ല ഞാൻ എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത്
Notepad.
എന്നെ രംഗസ്വാമി അതെന്നെ രംഗസ്വാമി ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് ഈ റംസാൻ മാസത്തില് 6 മണിക്കൂർ
The IP address has changed. We'll put the new IP.
റോസ് എടുക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാരാണ് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ടോ
EC2 user.
ആ
Do test connection. Okay, success. Apply. Save.
6 മണിക്കൂർ
Okay, it is saved. So let's go and build again.
ഇപ്പൊ എത്ര ഷെവലാണ് കൺഫേം പറയാം എത്ര ഷവലാണ് ഒരു ഷവലാണെങ്കിൽ കാര്യം എടുക്കില്ല എനിക്ക് രംഗസ്വാമി ഒരു ഷവർ
Okay, the build is started. Let's go and see what it will.
എനിക്ക് ലേബർ നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു ഇതില്ല നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു നഷ്ടമില്ല എനിക്ക് ഫുൾ നഷ്ടം എന്റെ ഇതാണ് ഫുൾ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന നഷ്ടം നിങ്ങളത് ഞാൻ ആദ്യം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് സുധാസറോട് 2 ഷവൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് ആദ്യം 2 ദിവസം അവിടെ ലോഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് മണ്ണ്. ഒരു പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ചെയ്യും. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ നടക്കൂല, എല്ലാത്തില്ല. ഓക്കെ, താഴെന്ന് 2 സ്റ്റെപ്പ് മണ്ണ് കൊണ്ടിട്ട് അവിടെ കൊണ്ടിടുമ്പോ സമയം ഒരുപാട് എടുക്കും. അറിയാലോ, ഒരു ഷവല് താഴെ വന്ന് മുകളിൽ പോകുമ്പോ എത്ര സമയം എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യാം. ഇടാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ ഞാൻ ഗ്രോത്തിലെ പോകണം.
Okay, it is success. We'll go to this CD job now, Joe CD, and see what is there. Console output. Okay, this is also success. So A job also success, CD job also success. Now we'll go and see what is being deployed. Looks like there was network connection. Session was away. Let me share my screen again. Looks like there was network connection. Session was away. Let me share my screen again. So looks like there was a problem with the network. So you can see our both CA job and Joe CD job completed. I don't know when this connection was disconnected. So this CA job was also completed. We can see our pods running. So our new service has been created and new pods have been created. So we'll go and access like what this application has for us. We'll go into another browser. So we'll have to put the port. sudo docker image. It should not show. It should not show our guy because it should remove, because cd.ls create. So in this, we are building the image, we are uploading it, we are tagging, and we are uploading, we are pushing that into the Docker Hub, then we are removing. So the moment we are removing, that's why it's showing none here. So for getting the new, the moment you commit, it should create a new with the latest tag, new image with the latest tag. That's why we are removing this. So we get the new one. So let me do some little changes and show once again. So I'm going to edit this file. And I will say, let's wind up. Commit. So in our application, we should see that let's wind up commit within a minute. We should be able to see that. So see the job, let's go and see. See a job. See a Josh. So still it has not started. Let's see, it will start now. Okay, it started now. Okay, it started. Once this is completed, it will go to CD job, CD Josh, and it will start here. Here also we can see what is happening. So this is success. We'll go back and see. We should see, let's wind up here at the end. Okay, let's wind up. So let's wind up now.